What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Chop Shop. I've selected the top 5 youngest teams to make the playoffs since the turn of the century and compared them to this present-day Rocket squad. Coming in at number 1 and number 2 is the 2009 to 2011 Oklahoma City Thunder. Needless to say, this team was stacked with 3 future Hall of Famers. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden put the league on notice early. They also had Serge Ibaka, Jeff Green, Thabo Sefolosha, and Nick Collison. KD exploded this year, averaging 30 points per game. Westbrook was a budding star, and Harden was a threat coming off the bench that closed most of the games for the Thunder. They eventually lost to the would-be champs, a Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol-led Lakers squad. The Lakers was just a more experienced team, eventually vanquishing this baby Thunder. A lot of bad shots and turnovers were too much for the Thunder to overcome. RIP Kobe. Now, comparing this Thunder squad to the Houston Rockets, there's a lot of things they have in common. We'll get back to them in a minute. Coming in at number 3 is the 2021-2022 Memphis Grizzlies with average 24.3 years of age. Led by Ja Morant, with Desmond Bain, Dillon Brooks, Jaren Jackson Jr., Steven Adams, and DeAnthony Melton as the sixth man, this team was able to climb up to the second seed in the Western Conference until they met the eventual champs, the Warriors. Due to injury and lack of experience, they fell. Now, comparing this squad to the Rocket squad, there's some similarities, but there's some differences too, mainly at the center spot. Coming in at number 4 is the 08-09 Portland Trail Blazers, which was 24 years of age. This team was led by Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Greg Oden. This team was budding and looking like they was going to take over the league until injuries after injuries really hampered their growth. Now, they end up running into a monsoon of Yao Ming was just too much for him. One of Yao Ming's greatest playoff performances. Now, comparing them to this present day Rocket squad, there's really not much they have in common. So they had to do it a whole totally different way than what this Rocket squad would have to do it. Coming in at number 5 is the 05-06 Chicago Bulls, averaging right at 24.1 years of age. This team was led by Luol Deng, Kirk Hinrich, and Ben Gordon, with Chris Duhon and Tyson Chandler playing major roles. Now, they was looking to do something until they ran head first until the speed, the flash, and the big man Superman and Shaq was just too much to handle. Comparing this squad to the present day Rocket squad, there's not much in common with them either. Now let's spot the differences. Every single one of these squads had a strong, big man, defensive-minded to anchor the middle. Alperen Sengun is a total wild card in this factor. Not saying that he won't be able to, but I think his offensive potential negates the rest. I think offensively, he shines more than anybody else on this graphic. Let's spot the differences. Looking at the point guard position, we have 2 teams with athletic point guards in Russell Westbrook and Ja Morant, similar to Kevin Porter Jr. The other 2 are Steve Blake, traditional point guard, and Kirk Hinrich. Let's spot the differences. So, let's say, do the Rockets really need a traditional point guard? We've seen the young squad make it without one. Straight athletic point guards. So, it's 50-50. Let's spot the differences. Let's take a look at the 4 position with Jabari Smith, who's a unicorn in his own right in different ways than Kevin Durant. Triple J, which is a stretch big. LaMarcus Aldridge, he works out the mid to high post. Andres Nocioni, who's a stretch 4. Now offensively, Jabari might never get to reach a LaMarcus Aldridge or a Kevin Durant, but he is a better defensive prospect than everyone you see up on this graphic. So, are the Rockets ready for takeoff? I believe so. Now, if I had my bet, I would compare them mostly to this young Thunder squad. There's a lot of similarities and not a bad step to take. Comment below. Let me know if you agree or disagree, if I missed anyone, or if there's a team you think better suits this young Rocket squad. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.